Topic 2. Now, if we're on the road to hell, the geniuses in Silicon Valley are paving the way. All right, Elon Musk is swiftly turning Twitter into a playland for Nazis and incels. That's full of fake quote, unquote, verified tweets. Meanwhile, the country's largest crypto exchange, FTX, went belly up, disappearing 8 billion of somebody's hard-earned dollars. Okay, I'd like to laugh, but you know somebody lost their pension out of this. Godfrey.
Yeah.
Let's talk Elon first, all right? He's threatening to put Twitter behind that paywall. Would you pay for Twitter?
Oh, my Twitter's hacked.
Oh,
Currently?
Yeah, it's someone has it. And
is that your excuse that you're using?
Yeah, and someone's selling PS5s off my Twitter. I don't.
Really?
I'm not even. They're like, "Why are you selling us PS5s, man?" I'm like, "I don't sell PS5s."
If it wasn't hacked, would you pay for it?
No.
Me neither.
I don't really tweet a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a grown man tweeting. How I look.
Yeah.
Did you get my tweet?
And it just feels like right now we're just like one fake tweet away from a nuclear war. What you think, David?
But one fake tweet away from a nuclear war is a lot better than where we were 3 years ago when we were one authentic tweet away from a nuclear war.
Does it matter though, as long as if it still causes the war?
Back then, you were worried every day you would read the president would say, the president at that time, I'm launching the missiles. And one of the questions we had to deal with a lot was when Donald Trump gave an order on Twitter, was that an order? I'll tell you, if Twitter crashes, I'm going to miss it. It is an indispensable journalistic tool, not for what you say, not for what you say, but for what you read. If there's a crisis in the world, I go on Twitter, and within quarter of an hour, I found who are the experts, who are the people on the ground, what are the different points of view, who can I trust, who can I not. You have to know how to use the tool.
How do you weed through all the bullshit?
Yeah,
Because I feel like it's nothing but misinformation on there.
I can walk you through it, but it's something. But it's something you learn to do, and it's a way you find the people. And you know this thing that Elon Musk is saying that Twitter right now only empowers. Twitter empowers actually the people on the ground. You know, the first person in the world to report that Osama bin Laden had been killed was the pharmacist who lived next door to Osama bin Laden, who tweeted, "I hear a strange sound. It sounds like helicopters," and it was. And
How would I know that's Osama bin Laden's neighbor? Why would I know?
Osama bin Laden.
They're in Abbottabad. That house. I always thought there was something shaky about that house.
He really tweeted like, Osama bin Laden.
Yeah, see, I would be scared for my life.
Pharmacy.
He just knew there were 2 big helicopters over the neighborhood.
I feel like we all have a choice to make about Twitter right now. Like, stay or leave. You even left for a little while, and now you're back. But as a journalist, I understand that it's a resource, but I don't use it. It's not a #1 news source to me. You got to go back to the news people that actually are factual. Now we have a bunch of people hoarding fake check marks and saying that President Biden on to everybody else you could think of. And so it's kind of just like not the same space it is. And so I think you have to make a choice about what you want to do with the app, because it's not even the biggest social media app. We know that Gen Z loves TikTok.
Yeah.
We know that somewhere around, millennials love Instagram. And so Twitter is just for journalists. Like 80% of the people using it don't even use it as much as 10% of them do.
And David, just speaking from the perspective of like somebody who knows, the average person don't know who these people are and who the experts are and who they should trust.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for me, I'm going to really miss it if it goes. It's really powerful, and it's a way I find people I would never otherwise have found, and where people who would never otherwise get a chance to be heard, get heard. And that's how you follow the Ukraine war. That's how you follow the crisis in Ethiopia and Tigray, is you just find people who you don't know, but their voices get elevated, and it will be a shame if Elon Musk destroys it.
Should Elon be on the hook for companies like the Eli Lilly company, who lost all this money when they tweeted out, the insulin was free? Should he be on the hook?
Well, you're saying on the hook, like sued, perhaps, but I think Eli Lilly, he's losing out even more, because that's a $330 billion company that was advertising millions on Twitter, and now they just halted all of that advertising. And so he's taking the L for charging people $8 for having fake check marks, and now they're losing all these advertising dollars. And for a man who says that he's so concerned with bankruptcy of Twitter, I think that would be your #1 concern, is where you're getting advertising dollars from.
Yeah.
So that was confusing to me. But I also caution people saying that he has no business acumen or saying that he doesn't know what he's doing. This is a $1 billion man who runs SpaceX and Tesla successfully. So I wouldn't say that Twitter is going to go away immediately.
Oh, no, I thought charging the $8 was brilliant, because these idiots would pay for it.
Oh, no, I know. It's a bunch of clowns that have check marks now. It's just like that. Yeah, they were rushing to get check marks for what reason? Just to make up fake tweets. And some people have gotten like 40,000 followers in like 2 hours because they say they're somebody or they're funny. And I'm sure you've been seeing this.
Godfrey, let me ask you a question. Elon said that comedy is now legal on Twitter. Considering that he's suspending comedians for making fun of him, do you believe him?
No, I mean, we should be able to make fun of him, because he's very make-funnable. when he talks, we're gonna go to Mars. I'm like, yo, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they're banning a lot of comedy now. Everybody's so sensitive now. You can't talk about anything anymore. Even on IG is the same way. They block you if you say a joke or certain words, change the algorithm and block us. But the N-word, for some reason, is never canceled.
That is true. That is true.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It just be like, N-word, N-word. You're like, hello, block.
I really can't be mad at Elon though for getting rid of people that make fun of him, because I wish I had that power.
No,
You know what I mean? Like every now and then somebody pisses you off on social
He
media.
says crazy stuff. He should be made fun of. You should be able to joke about yourself. You're a billionaire.
Yeah.
Who cares? Poor people are making fun of you, bro.
He has feelings.
Well, he has feelings. You don't have feelings when you're a billionaire.
But don't y'all think it's like a little bit funny? Like if you step back from everything and all the harm he's causing, he done fired half the staff, rehired some people back. Like,
That's
oh wait, I really
hilarious.
needed you, and then he's like, oh, you're getting on my nerves. Goodbye. Like,
That's
I just think it's
hilarious.
like a little bit.
But the fastest way to become an ex-billionaire is to decide, I never want anyone ever again to tell me that I'm wrong. And if you build a world where no one ever again tells you that you're wrong, you're an ex-billionaire.
But what if you got 90 billion though? That's a little bit different than having 1 or 2 billion. It's hard to lose 90, David.
It can be done. We'll see.
Now, crypto, FTX, okay, which as far as I can tell was run by the most cosmetically challenged people to ever graduate from MIT. All right, they raised $8 billion by selling nothing. Why are hedge funds so happy to give billions to ugly white boys with bad hair? Huh? And ignore the millions of small business people who could use the money?
Ugly white boys with bad hair. Who are the Asian women gonna date? Oh,
Fair
I'm
point.
sorry. Am I from another planet? You don't see? Go to Times Square, see all the couples. That was a good one. Bong. It's not racism, it's fact.
All I heard was a very accurate observation.
It's very accurate.
That's what I heard. We're constantly told to trust the big brains to lead us into the future, and the big brains keep showing us they don't know dick. Maybe we should elect objectively stupid people like Herschel Walker, okay? They're too stupid to pull off anything really bad, all right? Next topic. Nomadic, all right? Someone please check on our good brother 21 Savage, okay? I heard he's feeling a little ill, okay? Illmatic, that is. All right, over the weekend, 21 ruffled feathers in a clubhouse conversation about Nas being one of the greatest rappers when he said this.
He's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base.
Thank you.
He just has a loyal fan base and he still make good ass music.
He did make good at me.
I think 21 thought if he said it on Clubhouse, nobody would hear him.
For real.
Right? You're using the most irrelevant app to speak on the legend Nasir Jones.
Oof.
Come on, man.
Wow.
David, your thoughts?
Well, I don't follow music closely. But as I understand it, what's going on here is a well-funded, deep-pocketed challenger is trying to rise in his industry by attacking and disrespecting a well-established figure. It sounds exactly like the Republican nomination.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Right. I was going to explain it to you like it's more like Justin Bieber shitting on Celine Dion or something like that.
Oh, you're Canadian, huh?
That's right.
Just no slashing.
Lindsay, thoughts?
I think most cultures hold their elders in a high regard, and for some reason in hip hop culture, we're having trouble doing that. And even as funny stuff like making Genuine a meme, like that man done broke records and opened up the door.
He
That move was
can be a
funny.
legend. and
Okay,
still be a
That
man.
I'm saying, but it's for us it's funny because we listen to it. But for young kids, it's like, who is this older man? Like I heard Gen Z people like, who is that? And I'm like, huh? Because like back in the day, I feel like old saying back in the day, but they used to show us the music and tell us stuff. And Nas has transcended music in a way that a lot of artists have not. So let me talk about his multi-million-dollar fund that invests in his community, that invests in restaurants. This man invested in Ring Doorbell before it was bought out by Amazon. So this is a multi-million-dollar man that you should actually aspire to be like instead of talk crap about.
His investment portfolio is very relevant.
Yeah. Let me tell this 21 Savage sewage that Nas is my favorite rapper, along with Rakim. I just saw KRS-One in Cypress Hill last week.
Oh, yeah?
These are gods of hip hop. And you're disrespecting Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. You know what I'm saying? The Treacherous Three, Kool Mo D, LL Cool J. When DJ Academics opened his mouth, Russell Simmons had to tell him, I don't even know who you are, but you need to quit disrespecting the architects.
Yeah.
The reason why you're making money is for people in the Bronx that had no money, created something out of oppression, and you're making money out of it. You mumble rapping piece of shit. Let me tell you something. And I'm not knocking him as a person.
20, I like 21 as a rapper.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I do like him
But
as a rapper.
That's great. But Busta Rhymes, all these guys that are still rhyming, I want to battle between our old school, because remember, Jay-Z's on our side too.
Yeah.
And you remember what happened to Machine Gun Kelly. He got out of rap after
it'll be a
Eminem came out of his cage.
It'll be a generational thing, though.
What are you talking about?
It'll be generational. So, like, we might like the Jay-Z's better.
No,
but then you'll have a whole generation who like.
We want them things
Yeah.
against us. It's going to be two universes, all right? And we're going to battle them. You don't ever, that's sacrilege to talk about Nas like that, buddy. Stick with your little Nas X. Stick with that guy.
I wanted to.
I'm not knocking those guys, but stick with those. How dare he name himself
Let me
Lil
ask you a
Nas?
question, though, Godfrey. What's going?
It's all these little head, little feet, little eye, little talent.
We had littles too, though.
Yeah.
We had littles. We
No,
had
you have
littles.
some Lil Wayne I like.
Lil
We had
Bow
littles.
Wow.
Lil
like
John,
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne.
Lil Bow Wow.
Lil John.
She said Lil
Lil
Bow
Bow
Wow.
I'm messing. I love, but I think we're probably the only culture that disrespects our elders. Everyone else respects them, except us. What is that? And we publicly always shame ourselves. Enough with that, black folks. Enough with that. I'm serious.
I mean, you should aspire to have a 28-year career.
That's like me saying Richard Pryor was no good, George Carlin was no good, Joan Rivers no. Are you out of your mind? You respect your elders.
Right.
All right? You're doing an art form that's old. It's not new. You didn't recreate rap.
And for context, 21 Savage has been out for 7 years. We talk about like his first album drop versus Nas 30.
30!
Literally, 1991 is when his
King's
mixtape
Disease
was
just came out. His third one
Exactly.
came out.
So he can still make music.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you think that Drake is having this impact on 21 Savage to be a little disrespectful. We all know Drake can get.
I think because of the week they just had selling 400,000 records.
So
yes.
what?
Yes.
Degrassi, relax. Relax, Degrassi. Even though I respect Drake because his uncle is Larry Graham from Sly and the Family Stone, by the way. When you hear "Thank you for letting me be myself," don't count. That's his uncle, Larry Graham.
Is that true?
It's the facts.
Okay.
Yes, but he needs to be quiet. All right.
Yeah.
This is all. Listen. Remember, Nas got famous without social media. All right. These people came without, and they're still around. Respect.
Yeah, I don't like that
Respect your
word
elders.
relevant. I think relevant is subjective, but I think when you're classic, when you're iconic, when you're legendary, you're always relevant.
Yes. There you go.